Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Welcome to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. It's the start of a new week. It's July 4th.
Happy 4th of July.
It's the 4th of July for all of our American listeners, all our American sippers. Enjoy the holiday for sure. But of course, you're here with your faves, me, Azem, and next to me is Jade, Gwenny, Grenadita, CPL Matter, Stuart Johnson, the co-host and producer of this lovely show.
Morning.
Jade,
Hi.
it is July. You just came out of a weekend. I know you had a lot of things that you were looking forward to doing on the weekend. So tell us a bit about what you did with your time.
Well, it was my friend's birthday.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, you know when girls out, yeah.
Happy birthday again to Pav because it's her birthday all month.
It's her birthday all month.
Kusito, but
I couldn't understand exactly when Pav's birthday was. So that's how I know. That's how I know it was different.
Yes.
This was different to like my birthday. Because somebody told me it's like, oh, today's Jade's friend's birthday. I was like, no, that day wasn't yesterday. I was like, no, it's yesterday. And then like the next day, it seemed as though it was still her birthday.
It was.
Oh, so I knew this was going to be different.
Yes.
This was going to be different. Okay.
So.
When you're special, you're special, I guess.
Good morning from the UK.
Hey.
And how it is over there? What the weather looking like?
I don't know. I
don't know either.
I like the England weather.
You do?
Yes, I do actually.
Wow.
England and Portland. It's cool. Let me not say that. Let me say English summer weather I could live with.
Oh, because the weather I was thinking about is not cool. But yes. So yeah, we went to Okay, it's nice and sunny.
Oh yes, Wimbledon. Finally some sports action. I have been craving some sports, Jade, I just watching cricket with people who I have no idea just to get my sports fix. NBA done, NFL ain't going on. I was watching hockey and all.
Just to
feel something.
Wow. But hey, at least you have Wimbledon and then the 6th is coming up. The 60 is coming up, in August and then CPL. So you can get a whole bunch of cricket.
Yeah. What I can't wait for though is Christmas time. This is going to be an amazing. You don't even know what's happening, Jade.
No.
Well, from my knowledge, I think this is the first time ever the World Cup is being held.
In Ziget?
No.
Oh. Yes, sir. What?
The FIFA World Cup. The FIFA World Cup was held in St. Kitts would literally sink into the sea.
That's okay.
Sink. I said, and I can't take it.
That's okay.
Wow. But no, Jay, they're holding it during the winter time. Because that's summertime in Qatar.
Not cold football.
I can't even say summertime. It's probably winter time. It's just that the summer is just too hot. If they try to play football, the teams would not make it to the finals.
Yeah, we want that. So.
But yes, you were telling me about your birthday shenanigans. What was happening?
Oh, yes. We went to Kauai and had a lovely day under the rainy weather.
Oh.
We were actually supposed to go to the pool, but we had enough water falling out the sky. We didn't need to.
Yeah, they didn't need to go into the pool, right? Oh, the pics that would have been crazy, right? What?
Listen. But, yeah, and then...
Hold on. Quick question. Food at Kauai?
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
It's good? Okay, cool. Continue.
And then we went to Mango Fest yesterday. Mango Fest.
I know you were looking forward to that event.
I had a lot of mango spiked drinks. And I had Nivik for the first time. It's edible glitter.
Oh, that's what it is.
Okay. Fancy. Got me a bottle of that.
Oh, you got your bottles? I mean, you liked it then?
Yeah. The only complaints I had about the Mango Festival is that things finish before the treats that you bought.
Oh, wow. So I think maybe it was a matter that they didn't expect the amount of people.
Don't know what it was. Just know I have too many chits left.
I just went and just by the world of chits thinking you were in like mango heaven.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
And we also had lunch at weekends because, it's Sunday and you need weekends in your life.
After the mango spike drinks.
It was
Weekends.
before. It was
Oh,
before.
it was before. Oh, well, yeah.
That
yeah,
was
well,
the
yeah.
prep for the drinks.
Yeah. You could soak up the mango. Yeah, soak up the mango. I got you.
Yeah. But what about you, friend?
Yeah, I don't know nothing.
You just worked.
I just work.
Everybody must work.
I just work. Let's see. There was nothing called like leisure for me this weekend. Did some family time, did some church, and then worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to juggle everything, trying to figure out exactly how we gonna. Alright? I got an issue right now, trying to figure out how I can get it started out. Just in terms of juggling time. Like, I don't know if I could clone myself. If anybody.
I don't think so. I don't think so, friend.
If anybody,
not yet, at least.
No? Jade, you need to watch Foundation.
I feel like it's 10 minutes before.
Mm-hmm.
And Foundation. I forgot.
Every time I talk about cloning, any of you guys out there who are interested in shows that speak about the evolution of the human race, where we may go, science fiction, a good show to get into is called Foundation. It's on Apple TV.
Menga that. So let's start.
Yeah, but nobody watching it on Apple TV.
Oh. Where you pirating from? The FBI watching, don't answer me.
I was about to say, I don't know if I should say.
Don't tell yourself like that. Link me after the show.
Yeah.
But on Friday, did you see the match? This is how people started the weekend.
During the match, I was working. Where was I? Oh, and I could speak about that before we go into the match.
We speak about what?
You was asking me about my Friday. So I remember what... No, you mentioned the match. Why I wasn't watching the match was because I went to the launch... I went to the launch of Moment TV.
Mm-hmm.
Launch of Moment TV over there at Splash. It was a rainy evening as well.
Boy, the weather came out early.
But we braved the weather,
mm-hmm.
and they were able to have a nice little ceremony over there, along with some entertainment. So looking forward to see what that evolves into.
Same.
I'm just gonna be positive on this whole thing.
Let's start with some positivity.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be positive on that, and I think there's good people working around that whole project.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that I'm wishing them every success.
Same.
Every success.
So the people was outside.
People were outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There was outside so much we actually got a news article.
Nice. Tell us.
So, St. Kitts, hundreds participate in Freedom March. In a Freedom March held Friday, July 1st, political leaders, candidates, and supporters of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party and the People's Action Movement took to the streets of Bastille, St. Kitts, in protest against Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris and his government. Yes, we have a nice little picture here of one of our
very own.
Yes.
Talk Puppy.
Yes.
Nice.
Looking like Flavor Flav. Love it. With more than 30 days left before the constitutional deadline for the next elections, the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party and the People's Action Movement are calling on Dr. Harris to announce the election date. So are we.
So wait. They're not saying that the People's Action Movement was a part of the match, right? No.
Well,
It's just how it's.
You're sure about that? Because it says Labour and PAM took to the streets of Bastille. Maybe one of the leaders wasn't a part because he said he wasn't going to be, and I have yet to see a picture of him.
I would love to know what the official PAM position is with this. Politics are make strange bedfellows here.
It is.
Politics are make strange bedfellows.
Because when would you think that you would see... Thank you, Mel.
Jade, I tell you so, yeah. I tell you so. Anyway, I tell you so, Jade.
Me shot doing it?
I tell you so.
But yeah, when did you think you would see the colors matching together, the people matching together.
Jade,
Ham and Labour
Jade,
matching together.
Jade,
What a strange time.
we had unity. Who would have thought we would have seen
True.
Tim and Sam partnering with Pam and CCM. So like, Jade, yeah, that's what I said. It did say that. So my thing is, I wonder what the official position is of the party.
No idea. But
Mm.
the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party is also calling on Dr. Harris and the Ministry of Health to remove the travel entry protocols to allow nationals in the diaspora to return to the country to cast their votes in the upcoming National Assembly elections. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. In a press conference held Wednesday, June 29th, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws explained that the decisions to have the protocols remain in place is due to the spike in COVID-19 cases in tourism-source markets, United States of America and United Kingdom, and in the Federation.
Covered well in out there again for sure.
Yeah, bye. Well, Win was on the scene of the Freedom Match.
Hold on, but just to mention something about that. I see a lot of people talking. Well, let me start talking, suggesting that the numbers fake.
Yeah, but they always, you know. They
Suggesting
say
that
fake because
election coming.
yeah, and Timmy want nobody come, so he's speaking in numbers. Like what, sir? You don't watch the news.
Man, I told you that all of us are somebody who actually got COVID.
Yeah, and even if we don't, Tim don't got the power to spike everybody else's numbers around the world.
And that's the second point. The second point is that if the numbers spiking everywhere else.
Why are we special? How are we spiking it up? Okay, cool. Believe what I want, cause nothing we say gonna make sense. So, but yeah, Win was at the match and they spoke to some protesters. See? Oh, one of the signs said, "Build hospitals and schools, not prison."
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a sign here that says "Free and fair elections." No, there's another one that I passed that said, "Why should I seek permission to come home to my burning land? The nonsense must stop." Stopped. Or the nonsense must. I know what I mean.
Yeah. You know what I mean.
Well, somebody said, "I am matching because we in the healthcare sector want our honorarium. This is why I am here matching. I am matching for that. The nurses, the doctors, the orderlies, maintenance workers, and the entire healthcare sector need our honorarium," said the protester.
Yeah. I think I think one of the things with this match was there were several concerns that were being raised, right? I do believe that the turnout would have been encouraging, especially for the Labour Party.
There was a sea of red in town.
Yeah, I think.
And a little speck of yellow between you.
Yeah. So.
Somebody says, evidently, Pam does not have many overseas voters. I think it's the Labour Party was saying that, Pat, man. Oh, yeah, I know that. Anyway.
Maybe he's saying because they didn't support the match. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. But, yeah, it did happen. There were a lot of energy. There were a lot of concerns that were being raised. Any of them you believe have real merit, Jade?
Yeah, a free and fair election should have a lot. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Do you have concerns that there would be a free and fair election?
Concerns? Me think.
Do you have reason to believe it would be otherwise? Let me put it that way then.
No, I don't want to believe that.
Okay, so it's
people
more like
in power.
it's more about ensuring that is the case.
Yes.
Not that you believe that it won't be.
No.
Okay.
I hope it is. I hope it's a safe election. I hope that between now and whenever election calls, that everybody remains safe and, the aggression is lowered a little bit. I know y'all feel very passionately about y'all concerns and y'all issues. However, we are still human at the end of the day, elections aside. We don't want to see that type of thing in the country. We don't want to see people like in the streets literally behaving like they're in Game of Thrones dueling and stuff
You
like
don't want
that.
another 93?
No, we don't want that. We don't want that. Okay,
All the
so
people who live in town 93, all the people in the central Boston area, they remember, man.
yeah.
They remember.
And since y'all remember, sit down somebody who y'all realize is acting a bit 93 is and tell them this is what happened and this is why we shouldn't behave like this.
Yeah.
Mentor somebody.
No, I had to talk to somebody on the weekend, and real talk. I had to talk to somebody on the weekend. I was like, look, you're doing too much. Okay? You're doing too much. One, the way you're acting probably ain't encouraging people to come to your side. The second thing is, you're making yourself look like a fool. The third thing is, I can't even understand why you're getting. Like, I don't understand.
Why they behaving like that?
I have been trying for some time to get people to define for me what is a PAM or a Labour or a CCM or a PLP or whatever. I had a conversation with somebody who told me they were just told one day, you look like a PAM, you know.
Yellow?
You look like a PAM. I was like, I mean, people refer to themselves as this, and I suspect that what it really means is that I support this particular party, right? But it's funny. It's just funny to hear, like.
But what I look like? How you look like you're a supporter
Well,
party?
and that is the question. That is the question. He said, no, you just got to look.
Okay, well.
And then somebody tell her she look like somebody else, and then said, bye. All hell broke loose after that. Of course, you could say who people look like, but nobody could say who you look like. Well, you could say it, but you just can't get it wrong. All hell broke loose. What you say? I look like what?
That's insulting?
Apparently. If you get it wrong. If you get it right, then of course.
So if I say you look like a Labour and you're the PAM, you're insulted?
Apparently.
Wow.
There's a Bailey.
I nearly sent me to one. Oh dear.
Oh boy. Isa Bailey. But yeah, Jade, I think that there were a lot of I saw well not saw, but I based on the some social media posts and so I saw it seemed as though people were talking about the prison as well, the Bastia High School.
Which has already started, apparently.
They started clearing the land.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let me hear why I know.
Because I have in the school and Bill J, the cousin.
Why I put this school here? It's a lot of put this school here. I build a school before I build the hospital. I build a prison before I build the...
The prison down there as a human rights violation for the last 20 years.
Bye.
A human rights violation right in the middle of town.
Just so bye.
And you have to think I'm talking about the rights of the prisoners now. Talking about
Yeah, bye. We deserve better.
we deserve better.
Hey, no, I just got suffered in this country like this.
Truth is, somebody got to lighten up. Somebody got to realize you got one vote.
Yeah, like, what y'all... And I understand the importance of a vote, but, like, y'all beefing for real. Y'all taking things to heart. Like, I can't understand why y'all would find somebody saying almost 200 years old.
No, sit built out.
Listen, you ever watch Stranger Things?
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a portal.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
The prison would definitely be a portal.
I mean,
Because-
have you ever been inside, Jade?
Yes, and I think what we need to do is show more people how inside look. And they would understand. If more people saw the inside of those prisons, they would understand fully well why they need to build it fast.
But Jade, my thing is, outside of that, Jade, we have to deal with it. Like, you understand? Like, we
know
have
what
to
it
deal
smell
with
like
it.
that, man.
And not only that, I believe that we actually need a proper police station in town. Like a proper police station.
So you think when they finish the new one and they move everybody.
Then they should be renovating the police station in town. That's what I think is happening.
Everything. Pass. What a little point. What a point be?
The bench.
Not everything past the bench. That there is a health risk in its own. I shocked that more people don't get sick in town. I shocked that the police don't get sick.
How you know? They probably get sick. They probably does get sick. Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah.
The hospital. No, I mean, you know what? Well, no, the hospital need fix. I've
Yeah,
been
we know-
watching
yeah,
some
we-
pictures
yeah,
that
we
say,
know.
bye.
Yeah, we know that.
Whew.
Both two things could be true. That's one thing I always like does get upset with people about. Like, two things could be true at the same time. Two things could be true, you know. And I keep saying this is a thing that permeates all aspects of Kittitian life, right? Where it always seemed like it could only be one.
Yeah.
I tell you, they call it the Highlander syndrome, yeah. There could only be one. Like, it's like, you like new vibes? Well, of course you can't like Smarlax.
Bye. That's so strange. I don't get it.
Your element fam? Well, Star Chill is the worst thing ever. Like,
No, cannot make that the prison. The prison needs to be moved out of Bastia. Why do we have a prison dead in the heart of town?
because when it was built, it was at the heart of town.
I talking to this person on life talking about make the prison. No, sir.
Why do you want a prison in the middle of town? Like,
Why would is it like is it a heritage site? Is it a stop on the tours?
but even if it is Jade, you could keep the site, but move the prison.
The prisoners need to hear potential that bad.
Sometime you're in. I tell you, I've been in potential, and the police come to me. Even to nobody else has saying a story. The police come to me and ask me to turn down the music because prisoners having a walk-up competition.
You're again a little rowdy in the back. I got random behind that bucket and set this. I have that lockdown time. The people I'm trying to tell.
People trying to enjoy themselves. We got to cool it down because the prisoners having too much fun. You don't want to start a riot when they start trying to discuss who win the competition. Come on.
Move the people them out of town, please.
Gotcha. That cannot be. And not only that, wait until you can build a new police station. Position isn't bad, but like it's town. Like, yeah, so you need the police station where it is fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's my personal view.
Yeah, the police
But why not-
station is fine. The
What
has been there.
they moved the Monkey Hill. It don't go on up there.
Facts.
Then put it in Connery.
It's okay.
Let's just finish with this square. Right. Oh boy.
I don't know why I want this prison.
No, you're not the answer for the answer for anything we need to build in town.
What?
We go land up there by the old Bassett High School. Watch here. If I hear one more suggestion for what the old Bassett High School premises should be, I think I'm gonna just scream. And the person saying it, I'm gonna just watch them and just scream, just start screaming.
That's yeah.
Like parking
Okay,
lot.
Richie, if you prefer to have a place where
Watch
the
here.
prison is in the heart of the town, just live there.
Like Richie
'Cause
just
why would you want to?
Richie just has a different view, right?
That's fine, sir.
Yeah, Richie just have a different view, which is fine. You know what I mean? But yeah. I like Nevis prison. Nevis prison, somebody got to show you that there be.
I just guess I made him know that they where Nevis prison be?
Up in the hills, Jade.
As it should
At
be.
the top of the peak.
As what? As it should be.
At the top of Nevis Peak. Watch it, the prisoners just come out. Them man don't even like the prison. Them man come out. Back now, that me.
But I made him doing that yet.
I mean, ain't taking on a while. Them man don't even like the prison.
You think Jose would have, well, you think Jesus would have escaped twice if the prison was in the heart of Nevis Peak? No. The first time he do it, he realized they walk. That's it.
Jade,
He come back out.
they don't have to lock the prison cells. The prisoners just come peep down. Say, but not me, yo.
Jesus would have never escaped twice. This is why he was able to come in the heart of town. There's so many resources.
The man slipped you to alley, pum pum pum, gone. That's it.
Gone.
The man jump over the park wall, gone.
Anyway. Oh yes, before we go to a break, well, maybe not because Mason nobody coming here. Before we move, we have to send some special condolences.
Yeah. This weekend, well, Friday,
Was rough. I don't know what happened Friday.
after we left the show, I received some sad news about two persons that would
Sorry,
have
I didn't
tried.
mean to laugh. I'll just read a comment.
Their
And
comment.
the man's a monkey guard in the prison.
Monkey got in the prison. What's he want up there? They don't need no guards over there, Jane. But anyway, yes, on Friday we received some sad news about two persons that were special to me at least. That transitioned, and one for sure was an avid listener of the show. Miss Dawn Mills. You know,
Literally.
musician. I could depend on the comments after the show. During the show.
But yeah.
During the show, and of course, as a musician, she was somebody who, in the music, she gave me a lot of encouragement. She always called me maestro, which I always appreciated, and she also would have been one of the first persons outside of my immediate family or church family to really encourage me playing. I remember I was maybe 9 or 10 years old, and we played. I was in a little gospel band, and I remember after we played, she came up to me. I can remember it vividly now. You know, it was at the Salvation Army. We played in the Salvation Army, but hey, cause the drum set was like two parts and like maybe a frying pan for the cymbals also.
Vibes.
But she came up to me and she couldn't believe that I was playing the bass, because at the time the bass was literally bigger than me. Like I could stand the bass on the ground, it was taller than me. And she really gave me some encouragement and told me to stick with it, keep doing what I'm doing. And she was so impressed and things like that.
And look at you now.
Imagine that. So for sure, condolences to the friends, family of Dawn Mills.
Indeed.
And then I also heard of, at the exact same time, because the person who tell me about that,
Further was just
at the exact same time, the person is then going to let me know of the the transitioning of, well, to me now, this was one of my musical heroes, personally, Mr. Bruce Skerritt, a piano genius as far as I'm concerned. Like, and people sometimes use that word loosely, right? People sometimes use that word loosely, but I want to put it out there that that word, I think, and all that it means is well applied in the situation when we're talking about Mr. Bruce Skerritt. I have heard stories, like a lot of what he would have done and thing. I would have heard stories and thing before I would have met him. Yes, Hans and Steel Pan too, Richie. I would have heard stories and thing, and being around some of the older musicians, Adrian Lamb and Gary Knight and stuff like that. And then I had the privilege of playing with him a few times.
Oh, did you?
Yes, and he came home. Like at Shigley Shack, he came and played. Like one time, he came home, he actually just kind of came up to the bandstand we were playing, which was royalties. He just come up and just like kind of ease one aside and just
let me see something here.
Let me see something here, and just totally blew my mind. But yes, he again was somebody who personally would have really encouraged me on my development. I had randomly one time I was in Canada and just called him, just got his number from somebody, called him. I was in Toronto and I was like, hey, I could come see you. I was like, I just in Toronto doing
He's
nothing.
In the area.
He's like, but yeah, and if like people who know him know he was a very colorful speaker. He was very funny, witty, right? And he was like, yeah, you could come if you want, sit on a bus for like 5 hours. I was like, yo, that is no problem. And he literally invited me to his shop and thing. At the time, I was considering a particular business venture that he himself was involved in, and he gave me some sound advice that I took him up on, and yeah, it really was on Friday a rough blow for the music community right here in St. Kitts, and I mean even outside of that,
Heaven about to be entertaining,
hey,
listen,
tell you something.
The musical angels, oh my God.
And this is something that I have really been afraid of watching a development as it relates to our music here in St. Kitts. Like,
the talent.
No, well, that is a natural progression, right? Because none of us are going to be here forever. But I'm looking for the new one within. So I would have lost 3 people within just recently, within the past few weeks, who were very instrumental in my musical development, right? Of course, we just spoke about Bruce, we spoke about Don, and of course, Irv Swanston, right?
Oh, yes. Oh,
I went. So all of these people would have taught me at some point in some way, right? I literally went there to Irv Swanston's music school. So, but the question for me is like, where the new ones are? Where the new ones? So you have like now, like Gavin Charles doing his thing, which I love the music class. But we are the people who went to the students of these people who are now continuing the tradition.
Well, thankfully we have MJ.
Yeah, so like same thing. Boots was there, and now you see the progression. But I think
we need more.
Yeah, I think we're really losing that. And so
Do something now.
Jade, I got so much bad habits.
No, wait. Don't pass those on to the children.
But no. I mean, I try to do my part, especially with the engineering and thing. Like, I try to keep classes. I try to do all of that and pull guys on. I actually right now, I'm very happy to say, like, some of the guys who come up under me. Last night, I just got a video of, like, some of the guys who come out, like, who live in the States now, and just totally just blowing my mind even.
Love to hear it.
But yeah, we need more continuity as it relates to the music, and I think part of it is because so many of us, when we get to like 18, then music is done because it's seen as this thing that your mother send you in to keep you busy in the afternoon.
And then, no, you can make your own decisions. You don't want to.
Yeah, because it became a chore. And
that's not what we want.
The point is, we just need more opportunities to perform. That's really what it is. Yeah. We need more opportunities to perform. It does, like, people don't learn music to go to music class and play. People learn music to perform, like, and so with all those opportunities, the music is not fun. The music is not fun.
You're right.
So perhaps that's something that I have to work on, like, helping. But
I see somebody asking if Mr. Dupont is on Win FM. Yes, he is on Win FM. His show is 4:30 in the morning, so you can check him out. Get some top puppy in your system, but. We have to take a break because we are joined by one of our very special guests that joins us every Monday for Traffic Talk. So stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Protect your lifestyle with Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tilly Wall with a low reputation and service for second to none. Securing you is our mission. People that you can trust, your business, property, we got you covered. Motor or personal, whatever it is, we got you covered. 130 years in this business, we got you covered. For all your insurance needs, visit or call us at 465-2631 or 469-5303. Dealey Walwyn, people you can trust.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down, down. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man. With the fire day, driver, what's your emergency? It's better late than never. So why all the hurry? Speeding, making it my business to alert all motorists, especially those who love to break traffic laws. I have seen what speed can do. Here I am to your rescue to help you to live. Just take this advice I give. I warn all drivers to take care of your passengers. Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. How much more tragedy we have to enjoy.
Hey guys, welcome back to Win Media SKN, and we're about to jump into traffic talk with our friends from the traffic department. In studio with us, we have the one and only Sergeant Henry. Sergeant, good morning, and how are you doing?
Good morning, I'm fine, thank you.
Awesome. I must admit, you're looking lovely today. I already commented you on your hair.
Thank you.
All right, and you had a good weekend. I did all the things.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
You went to the Mango Festival.
No, I didn't.
I didn't see her.
I
We have
went
to find
to
out why this
church.
going on in the Jade. We have to find out why there's something going on, but she keeping it for us. Well, we have to find out, man. Don't worry, she'll let
Okay.
you. But so what are we talking about this
We're
morning?
talking about number plates.
Okay. What kind of the number plate?
We have seen many number plates where they are black.
Excuse me?
Where they're black, the numbers and letters.
The numbers and the letters
Yes,
are black.
yes.
I don't think that makes
Black or brown.
Wow.
You can't identify them.
That's smart if you're trying to commit crimes.
I mean, listen.
Well, it's that it changed. I don't know what
Maybe it just looks stylish.
material they're using now, but they're changing.
So is it a matter that they fade in to that, or that's them made that way?
No, they're fading.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah,
they
it's talking about
change
people who
changing
do it.
color, but after a while they just fade in
They
to
fade
that
in.
color.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So this morning I just want to talk about that because you have to identify a number on a vehicle, and with the number fading, you cannot tell who is driving in front of you in case something happened. You can't say, okay, this vehicle is the one who hit me, or this vehicle was in front of me. So this morning I just want to talk about the colors and on each vehicle. We have private, we have rental, we have omnibuses, we have GT, what we call guided tours, and we have the taxi buses or cars. The private vehicle, the number plate must be black, the letters and the numbers must be white. For a rental, the plate is red, the numbers and letters are white. For taxi buses, is a yellow number plate, and the letters and numbers are black. For the omnibuses, which is passenger buses, it's a green number plate, and the letters and numbers are white. For the guided tour, this is a pink plate, and the numbers and letters are black. And the plates must be rectangular. With the regulation, it states that each plate shall be rectangular and bear upon it an index mark of a letter, and shall also have a separate number assigned to that vehicle by a licensing officer, where the index mark and number shall be arranged in conformity with the arrangement of the letters and figures. And in Regulation 4, the letters and figures must be white, as I said before, and the ground of the plate must be black for private. Green, omnibuses is green, rental is red, guided tour is pink, and taxi is yellow. All letters and figures must be 3.5 inches in height. Every part of every letter and figure must be 5/8 of an inch broad, and the total width of the space taken by every letter or figure, except in the case of figure 1, must be 2.5 inches. The space adjoining figures must be 1/2 inch, and there must be a margin between the nearest part of any letter or figure and the top and bottom of the plate of at least 1/2 inch, and between the nearest part of any letter or figure and size of the plate at least 1 inch. So when you go to make your number plate, these are what are required by law. Anything smaller than that is not conforming to regulation, and that's an offense. If your number plate is discolored, it's also an offense, and that's a ticketable offense. Yes, we warn you, we give you a time, we tell you come to the traffic department for inspection, and you come and we inspect it and it's good to go. If we meet you on the road again and you do not come, there's where we're going to ticket you. And the ticket for this is $100. So it's better you come and you change the number plate than to pay $100 and then go because something is only one of the number plate is discolored. So instead you have to go pay $75 to change the number plate and get the ticket. It's best you go and just pay the $75. And out of next week, well, we're going to give you a grace period this week to get everything in order. And next week we'll be out on the road ticketing because we had that before. And we got some persons to conform to regulation. But if next week and they are not done, because you see people and you talk to them still. And if not done, we'll be ticketing people. Because we're going with the regulation.
All right.
I have a question. Somebody asked, does the traffic department provide a graphic template for plate printing companies?
Yes, we do. We have one. And we give each person who do plates, number plates.
Okay.
So, the size and the width of each letters and numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I have had a situation where I heard somebody say that they were ticketed or at least warned for the size of the numbers and the number plate. But at the same time, they were like, well, I don't know I don't know the regulation. So I just went to the place to print my license plate. So, like, even that is, I think is thing. No, you're saying that, of course, the police does have the discretion to give you a warning.
Yes, we do.
So I like that because the truth is, I don't print. Most people don't print their own license plate. You just go out, pay the money, and you put it on your vehicle. So you don't even know what the regulations are, but the printers should know.
Yeah, but sometimes the printers is saying when the person come and they tell them this is the thing, they say, okay, no, do it this way. Although they're telling them the correct way they want it to done, they want it to however they want it. So if you get a ticket, yes. When you speak to some of them, that is what they're saying.
Okay. Because I know, like, for instance, like the bubble ones and so, I don't think you could just go and decide to make it smaller. I don't know. But, yeah, but I guess
some people bubble numbers small.
Okay.
I have seen some small.
But my question would just be if it isn't just that all of them small, if that's the case.
Make all them small?
No, if all of them were small, that's what I was wondering. Like, all printed at that particular place might just be small. It can maybe just be the template.
No, I see some people have big bubble numbers.
Yeah, I'm talking about maybe from a specific printer,
Well, they're supposed to know the sizes because we told them. And we had this drive about, I think it's 2 years ago before Corona. Yes, I remember we gave them and everything. We even have it at the traffic department.
Right, so all
Stick
the,
up.
all the requirements.
Yes.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so maybe also what you guys may need to do is perhaps create some sort of deterrent for the plate makers as well. Because like I said, people don't really plate their own plates. So maybe
No.
you may need to look into if you're found to be printing plates that are not regulation, then what happens then? That's something to consider.
Well,
That's something to consider.
we can consider that. But remember, it's a job they're doing.
Yeah, but that's why you give them regulations to determine how to do it, right?
Yeah. But then the thing is, when they go back to them, they'll have to pay an next set of money for the number plate.
Also, the incentive is to give the wrong plate.
No, but if I'm going to tell you this is the thing and you said do it this way, okay, I'm going to do it because I'm going to get money.
Yeah.
Because you have to come back and change
I'm
it.
not going to do it because I'm going to get fined.
Yeah, but I'm going to get money because you have to come back and change it.
But if the money in outweighing the fine fee, then it ain't making sense.
Yeah, that's the point I was making. But yeah, just something to consider. Something to consider.
Yeah, but we have the thing stick up and If all the persons don't have, we have them. We can give them.
Okay.
And you can also go to the regulation, Vehicle and Road Traffic Act, Regulation 15.6, and you'll see it there.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, guys, bear in mind that this is serving as a warning from what I'm telling.
Yes.
This is serving as a warning, so take heed. If you suspect that your license plate is not up to standard, is not within the
Confirm,
regulation,
right?
then now is the time. Now is the time. RCE, the government should not produce plates.
Well, the government must do everything.
Not only that, like there's there are printing companies that them print. And not only that, you're gonna end up happening. You're gonna wait 6 weeks to get a license plate.
And then
So-
now I'm going to vex with the government.
But not even that, but if the government doing it, they're going to say, oh, so how are we going to make money if government can take everything?
That's what I'm
What happened to
saying.
the private companies?
Yeah.
They're going to make noise.
There's printers. Let the printers print. Yeah. And then not only that, everybody don't want the same exact thing either.
No.
Yeah. So you have some guidelines. Once you're within the guidelines,
Yeah.
I think you're fine.
And then also the number plate must not have on any style on them. I know some people have like the flag around it or maybe like a drawing around it. It must be black or white. I mean black, green, and them colors with a white stripe around it. Some people have like
So
a
if
design.
outside the white stripe, I have something.
Pardon?
So if outside the white stripe, I have something.
No. It's not supposed to be. The
But why?
plate is saying black and white. Nothing else.
No, but that's
or
the plate.
green and white.
The plate there, and then I have a plate holder.
Some people have like what I must say, like ornament or whatever, like
Or maybe like a graphic on the actual black, like let's say on the private thing, on the black part, maybe next or under the actual number. Is
So-
what you're saying?
So you can't put your name on your license plate and stuff?
No.
so where the name is gonna hold.
Well, I've seen it.
You're not supposed to have anything on it. It's just supposed to be black and white.
Oh, well.
Green and white.
A bunch of people living in Take It say know that.
Yeah.
Because I've seen design plates.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what we're here for, to educate the people, right?
Yes, indeed.
And when we see them, we tell them about it.
Okay.
As long as we meet them on the road.
Is there a fine for that?
Yes, it's $100 because remember it's saying that it's supposed to be black and white. Nothing, no graphic, no, and nothing's supposed to be on it.
Take heed, yeah.
We met some people with the flag on theirs right around. No, it's not supposed to.
I think a listener was about to ask about design plates because there's one that is pretty designed.
Yeah, I've seen plates like that where it's like maybe multicolor and then you have the white numbers on top of it.
Well, now we know.
Well,
That's
yeah.
$100 fine.
Yes.
That's just egregious. That one there. There's a tie dye. It's like a tie dye backing.
And the car yellow. Ugh, get this off the road. That's what somebody's asking. Why this car is on the road for months? Because it's pretty it's pretty colorful.
Guys,
Maybe we
have a
haven't
call.
seen it as yet.
Yeah, to mister.
Good morning, guys. We're gonna take this caller. Caller, good morning. You're live on Traffic Talk.
How are you today?
We're doing great, sir.
Right. It's just a observation, making sure that I can at least be helped to clarify what I heard. This morning, I heard the sergeant mentioned what are the regulations and that the traffic department expects the people who do license plate to do. They have the confidence in them to do the right things, not to offend the law. Because if they do something contrary to what the law says about doing license plate, they offend the law. And then whoever put it on their vehicle also offend the law too. But if I am right, based on what I heard the sergeant said, if somebody asks to do a license plate a certain way, and if she were the one who doing it, although she knows it's wrong, she would have done it. Because what? She would have gotten money. If the traffic department have the confidence in the people who do these license plates and graphics to do the right thing, why would she make a statement that is only encouraging people to do what she said is not supposed to be done? If I am right. Thanks very much. Have a good day. And thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Carl, I did not say that. I said when some people go to persons to make the number plate and the person who is making them tell them what size it should be done. The person who want the plate done, they are telling them to make it this size. I didn't encourage nobody to do it that way. That is what some of the persons who are doing the plates are saying to us.
Yeah, so yes, vanity, they're called vanity plates, right? The design plates, I'm
Yes.
assuming. Yes, they're not allowed in St. Kitts.
Okay.
Somebody was asking for clarification, I guess. Somebody said license plates instead of number plates. People are listening worldwide. Okay, well, I feel like cool.
Okay.
But yes, license plate should be standard black with white lettering or white with black lettering.
No.
Black,
black.
number
Black,
plate
if you're for a
Black.
private
and white
vehicle.
and
Okay.
white numbers and letters.
Yeah.
That's for private.
For private.
Okay. So
And
nobody
of
could
course,
say
we
they
have,
didn't
and then we have,
understand.
and then we also have green for the hired
Omnibuses, yes.
Then you have red for the rentals and yellow for the taxis.
Yes.
So yes.
And then, of course, the blues for the diplomats.
Yellow.
No.
With the
For
blue
the
white
diplomats,
Diplomats are
the
blue.
diplomats, I think it's blue that they use.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody just study them there, so they ain't got anything.
Yeah, but you have the guided tours too.
The guided tours, the
The
government vehicles
GT.
now are pink.
No, the government is white.
So I see some pink with black writing.
That's the guided tours, the GT buses.
Oh, okay, guided
Oh.
tours.
Yes.
Okay.
So guys, again,
But I
don't
think
get it mixed up.
I think the thing I could be wrong, but I want to believe the diplomatic ones are blue with yellow lettering. I want to believe that is what it is.
So all of y'all who love to design your plates, put all kind of things on them.
Just
It is
cool.
wrong.
It's a $100 fine when you are caught. Not if, but when.
Oh boy, guys! Of course, feel free to call in and join the conversation right here on Traffic Talk. I'm sure the sergeant would appreciate your calls, comments, concerns, and information that you may bring to the table. So yeah, feel free to join the conversation.
Okay, I just want to inform the caller, I think it's 2 weeks ago, he called about a hole on the sidewall up by Wellington Road. Yes, well, I have spoken to persons who work at Public Works. First, they said they didn't see it because it was covered with grass. But then they found it, so it should be rectified.
Okay, well, I mean that they are well by.
So I just want to thank the caller for calling in and alerting us of that.
Okay, awesome. So the whole of the video by if the grass don't go.
No, but remember we get rain now and again. So.
Yeah. I got you. The other day I see a pothole there so big. I could have swear I see a cow bathing in it here. Like I passed it,
Where?
I look over, I see the cow down there just cooling out. So, wow.
Why?
But
What
yeah.
word that was on there that was just terrible? I'm trying to remember the name of it. I have to start writing them down.
Yeah, so we could inform
Yeah,
them.
but
Sometimes
why?
they just just need the information to say, hey, go
Yes,
look at this.
because the information we wouldn't be able, because it's not everything we know. That's why we look into the public to tell us what or where they see things.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, and it's been spoken about here a few times. I think we really need to, well, not we, but between the police and public works, really have to insist of the quick repairs of roads when we have, especially utility work being done, whether it's water or stuff like that. Sometimes those holes seem to steady up.
A while.
Yeah, like way too long. I tell you, just see them Chinese people, they build a whole road in 24 hours, yeah. So,
can't fix
a whole,
a pothole
yeah. So,
2
when the
weeks.
potholes there for 2 and 3 weeks, by sometimes
Yeah,
we be like,
ridiculous.
okay, we should be able to get,
Yeah,
get this
man.
fixed. But guys, of course, when you see them, please inform either the traffic department or
Public Works.
public works. Public works would be who you really should inform, eh? But
It's roads, so it's traffic they're gonna call.
yeah,
But we take the information still and pass it on.
for sure.
Because even them kind of those holes could cause accident. So we are grateful for them to call in and let us know. Because it might be dodging from a hole and the same time a vehicle coming down.
Oh, I've seen that happen. That almost happened to me some months ago. The hole is now fixed, thankfully, but the person dodged off the hole and came over on my side. I think they saw the hole late. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So it was a close one.
Somebody, I mean, I feel like you mentioned the frames already, but somebody's asking What about the frames? What is the policy?
Rectangular. It's a rectangle shape.
No, I think they're talking about like the actual frame, like a different piece of equipment that holds the actual plate itself. I think that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, because we've seen some designed frames before. Is that allowed?
To hold the plate?
To
Yeah.
hold the plate.
Not the plate itself having designs
So the
on
plate
it.
So it's
is
in something.
yeah, the plate itself is regulation, full size, full view of everything.
Yeah.
But they have some
A border around it or something.
Well, yeah, like it's a frame, so it helps.
No, they are
touch
not.
it. Okay.
So they're not policies.
They're
on
not
the side.
policy,
Okay, so
no.
y'all could get creative. Just don't touch the number plate.
Make sure your number plate up to scratch. That's all you got to do.
Compromise.
So there's a license plate. There's the word
Yes,
is listed,
sorry.
but
License plate.
even though in the rest of the world, that big sticker that we're going with on the windscreen, they just put it on the actual license plate. That is the license.
Which
But
one?
Huh?
Oh. I
Which
see what you mean,
sticker?
I see
The
what
one
you
that we put on the windscreen right now?
yeah, a lot of places they put them on the actual license plate. Like in the US, they put it on the license. It's on the license plate. It's
It
the tag.
laminated or something?
Hmm?
It is laminated or something that you wouldn't get torn or what?
No, they put it. It's on the actual license plate at the back.
Oh.
So yeah. But hey, those are the rules, guys.
Just follow them.
Comply. Comply. Or you could just match in town on Friday for it.
If you feel like it's bothering you that bad.
But
It's come like we don't have any more calls.
no,
this morning.
no more calls this morning.
Well, I just want to thank the public for listening. Although there were no calls, but I know some person was listening because we got some via the internet. Right, so I just want to thank the public for listening. And please conform to the regulation. You have gotten what it said, and if you conform to it, you won't be ticketed. So I'm asking the persons, please conform to regulation. So by next week, you won't have to get a ticket. Go out and check to make sure your number plate, the front and the back one, front and rear, is conform to regulation. I just want to thank Dilil Walwin for sponsoring this show this morning. I want to thank my host and hostess for allowing me here this morning. Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to take a short break and be right back with more Island Tea right here on the Media SKN. Stick and stay.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down.
Protect your lifestyle with Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Dealing well with a local reputation and service for second to none. Securing you is our mission. People that you can trust, your business, property, we got you covered. Motor or personal, whatever it is, we got you covered. 130 years in this business, we got you covered. For all your insurance needs, visit or call us at 465-2631 or 469-5303. Dealey Walwin, people you can trust.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
It's Horseman's Building Center's Switch On Electrical and Lighting Sales Event happening now until July 31st at Horseman's Building and Nevis Center. Our electricals and lighting departments will be switched on with 25% off. That's right, 25% off electricals and lighting products happening now until July 31st. 25% off on all electricals and lighting products at Horseman's Building Centers on St. Kitts and Nevis. Switch on the deals, switch on the quality products, switch on the savings, and switch on 25% off on all electricals and lighting products today. Horseman's Building and Nevis Centers. We've got the savings switched on. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Hey guys, welcome back to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN, and we're jumping into tea time.
Man, get them the little animation in a while, boy.
Jam them, boom bam.
In case you forgot.
See, that's the thing, you know, those of you who are along this audio journey with us on the video, it's awesome and we appreciate you. But trust me, you guys miss so much.
Yeah, I'm missing my graphical skills, man.
If you get the video with
Yeah, I'm missing my graphical skills. I don't like it. But anyway. So you go.
Jade, what is?
I took it around when I reach home.
What
Pick
is?
up the Jetero one time.
What you do?
He having an event on July 17th.
Right.
So selling out quite fast.
Quiet, yeah.
So I just wanted a ticket. Anyway, on to serious matters.
Indeed.
SKN leaders address the cost of living. Rising prices likely to continue. Let's stop there. Fix it, eh? Fix it. That's all. Just fix it.
You see what come out of the G8 summit?
Yeah. Businesses closing, ministers resigning.
The G8 summit say, hey.
Oh, wait, the summit.
Yeah, the
Sorry, I
summit.
thought you were talking about the tax in Angola. Sorry.
Oh, no.
That's GST.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
The G8, they spoke about that we could expect to see the cost of everything just continuing to go up.
That's what CARICOM?
No, that's the world.
Oh, woo.
The G8 is basically the top strongest economies.
So let me ask you.
They get together and then plan everything that's gonna affect the rest of the world. Yeah.
So let me ask you a serious question. If all the people who saying that the world's economy is in shambles and prices going up and everything expected to rise, right? If all of these people are the leaders of the countries around the world, right? And they're dictating these things, they are the people who could fix it.
You might say they're the people who could help to fix it, but they would tell you that, Jade, we function on a free market economy and the market determines price. We don't. Do you want us to start determining price? Because we can. But then you're going to say that's too much government intervention.
Well, yeah. Intervene.
Then they're going to say, oh, you want us to be on some socialist? You want to be a socialist
Yes.
country?
If that is more affordable, we'll take that option. if that is a better option than this free democratic system that we're living in, that we can't afford to live in, listen, not wrong. We trying another option.
Then you're going to tell us we're communists. Part of the issue is that these words become so convoluted. They take political words, and then make it into words that have to do with economics and so forth and so forth. I mean, but yeah, Jay, these yeah, of course there can be some measures put in place, I think. Not only that, you know what I found very interesting? So I have been doing some research because I can't understand what's going on with the gas. I tell you, it has been bothering me.
What have you found, sir?
I have found that there has not been a significant increase in the price of oil per barrel. So I'm trying to figure out where the increase coming. It's coming. They're saying like, we expect there's a war, so the price should go up. So the price is just going up. But the actual cost per barrel ain't going up.
So where the cost of gas going up?
That is the question, Jade.
Who here controlling gas?
That is the question,
Who
Jade.
controlling the gas? Who
As
in
well-
the summit? The
yeah,
summit
must-
that controlling the gas?
I don't. OPEC. Check OPEC.
Well, somebody needs to investigate OPEC because looking a little funny in the light. The
Yeah, so the
prices
cost-
ain't going up, but the
the-
gas going up.
Yeah, the cost per barrel has not significantly increased.
But gas has.
Exactly. So people going like, so where they going on here? Like, and we've seen sharper spikes, sharper increases in the price per barrel, and have not experienced the same level of change in the actual prices in the past. So people trying to figure out,
What happening now?
yeah,
Somebody
because
trying to find a war.
the thing is, once gas go up, everything go up. 'Cause everything has to get transported.
Yep.
Right. So everything gonna go up
I tell you, somebody trying to fund a war as him.
with our money.
Well, that's usually what others use.
Well.
Yeah.
Continue the article so people could hear what's happening.
No problem. So in 2020, COVID-19 was the primary economic stunner for global economies. Now with the Russia-Ukraine war, there's somebody finding a war, supply chain disruptions and inflation, a more noticeable hike in the standard of living is being felt by the masses and is likely to continue. The elements of relief are consistent with our efforts to protect our people from the rising cost of living caused by forces external to us. Forces external to us, like the Russian-Ukraine war, which has triggered a shortage of energy, agricultural inputs, food, etc., and the subsequent high prices, said Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris during the June 29th Cabinet Press Conference. So that is how I know. Dr. Harris has informed that the government has been attempting to curb the rising cost of living through financial assistance programs. The income support program that pays $1,000 to individuals out of work because of the COVID-19 pandemic has paid out $7.8 million to 3,120 people for 2022 so far. The Differently Able Support Program has paid out $398,000 to 158 individuals for the year, with people who are differently abled, a family with some differently abled receiving $600 a month. The Prime Minister spoke of other ways that the government is helping to lessen the burden of increasing expenses. One, we have waived the payment for consumption of water for individuals who have been laid off or have experienced a reduction in earnings as a consequence of COVID-19. Two, we have waived the payment for the consumption of water by farmers. That is to boost the agricultural sector. We have removed VAT and import duty from selected hygiene items. This is to allow us to better respond to the COVID-19 pandemic. We removed the import duty and customs service charge on selected items including vegetables, fruits, fruit juices, cough and cold preparations, and vitamin supplements.
Hold on there. There's nothing to do with like production equipment, no?
Nothing. This is not your ministry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just hoping,
Well,
Let me see if I talk to Tim. Tim,
send a message.
see, my thing is, I don't need the waiver. What I need is some incentives to do the things that are gonna help me earn my own money.
And you also need them to stop putting VAT on taxes
Well,
because.
watch it. Why nobody talking about that?
But I don't know.
Why
Y'all
you
out
not-
there talking about prison and hospital and so? They're charging us VAT on a tax.
Yeah, see, the whole Anguilla shut down over taxes. We don't hear Lyman.
Lyman, Irish, You got to be Irish.
Nobody had no
I see
no
one
placards.
sign.
No placards.
Not one as him. Not one sign that is in protest of the fact that there is VAT on taxes. How is there a tax on a tax?
For people who are overseas, who want to, like, this is the thing, you have people overseas who want to help out, send home remittances, send home stuff to help, whether it's whatever kind of stuff, right? And they consider, and they have to think twice, because it's like, I want to help my family, but when I send these things here, they got to go figure out how they're going to clear them.
Bye.
They got to figure out how they're going to clear them. I mean, and you have to understand, there are people who want to, what you call it, help themselves, support themselves, maybe do a little hustling. Somebody send them something from, say, hey, you know what, I can send them a couple pairs of shoes.
See if you could get
See if you get them sell them, make yourself some money. But it's like, by the time you done do that, there's like,
that money you make, just pay back for clearing the shoes.
just pay back for cleaning the shoes, you're back at zero.
I can't understand it, as in every time I just think about ordering something,
Yeah.
it hurts my heart. And then the thing is, when you try to buy it here, it costs 10 times the cost. You would see it online. We can't win. We cannot win, as in.
Okay.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the crude oil prices, the historical annual data, right? So yes, the average closing price right now is very high, right? It's very high. And the annual change over the last 2 years has been crazy. Now my thing is, why is it that the saying is the war, right? The saying is the war. But the war started this year. Last year, the annual change was 55%. We didn't see these changes, right? Back in 2011, you had, it's 2011? Let's see. Yeah, in 2011, you had the year high for the price of the barrel was $113.99, right? The year high so far has been $123. But I don't remember this kind of hikes coming week after week after week after week. Back in 2011 that we getting nowhere.
Something wrong, The simulation is glitching, as in. Something has to be wrong, because why all of these things happening?
Axman asking how much it costs for gas.
Why
Axman
be
basically
18?
basically $20. Let's stop playing. It's basically $20 a gallon.
Yikes.
It don't even make sense to try to follow it anymore, because every week
Bye.
it just changing, and it only changing in one direction.
The meter is broken. It don't go down anymore.
This can't be life.
This is what I send me down here for. Me keep asking why y'all take up the humans them, send them down here to suffer like this. What we do are you in a past life?
I don't know. But the truth is, there has to be a recognition that there are a lot of people that are having it difficult, and not because they don't want to work or they're lazy or any of this thing. There are a lot of people who, because of the present position, and a lot of time, let us be clear, a lot of times people are unable to get out of the economic situation they're in because they're busy servicing debt. So no matter how much you're working, all the money going to pay the bank, go pay the lender, go pay some loan you have, like a lot of people are the mortgage, a lot of people servicing some kind of debt. So it's like they're working hard, but they're just not seeing, they can't feel they can't feel themselves coming out of the hole. And it's difficult. It's really difficult. Sometimes it's because of disability. Sometimes it's a change in your situation. Maybe you have lost your job. Maybe your boss giving you less hours.
Maybe a pandemic took out your livelihood.
Yeah, exactly. Like, tell me about that. Like, I don't think people recognize a lot of persons, you see them going through, and you realize what happened is they just living off the whatever little savings they had. I could speak for me.
Man.
I could speak for me. Like, I had to use my savings just to continue surviving. That's what it was.
That's crazy.
That's what it was. I couldn't
Being alive
work.
expensive,
Yeah.
Like, being alive is very expensive.
Yeah.
My word.
Yeah. So it's difficult out there for people, and we have to recognize that. No, yes, we do. I do believe we need to one have social safety nets to catch persons who are below certain standards of living and having a difficulty coming out of that. Whilst at the same time creating environments where people can do for themselves and are incentivized to do just that. Creating an environment where commerce could thrive and all of that is important. So, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I said being alive is expensive, Gawain.
That's what you're talking about?
I was one. That's the last thing I said. That is the last thing that I said. Yes. Gawain, it is quite expensive to just wake up every day.
I've been thinking about that very same thing a lot over the past week. This right here, I won't put up the name. So I'm holding a bottle of water, right? And it's almost when I stop and think about it and think that there's people that bottle water
Sell it to us, bye.
and sell it to us. When I stop and think about that, it puzzles my mind.
A free resource.
It puzzles my mind. Now, what makes it even crazier for me is in a place like America, people don't recognize it's only about 5 or 6 people own all the bottled water in the United States. All bottled water is owned pretty much by the same conglomerates. I think it's like 4 or 5 people actually. That's it. All the water come under these 4 people because they own all these brands.
How you gonna own a free resource that the good Lord blessed us with?
You follow this guy, Jade.
Listen, you know what? Let me put it in some bottles and charge people for it.
But here is the thing that is even more interesting, Jade. A lot of, they're already selling here. Now, that for me is when things, and see, it feels like some type of dystopian parallel universe when we start talking about selling here, but we are already here. I don't know if you have ever seen, I've seen them when I was in the States, where they sell here on the shelf. So there's like a canister with a little face mask, and it would have Rocky Mountains fresh. So it's like supposedly here the bottle. Actually, this man just in his bedroom just putting on the cap on some can and sending them out to you. There's a particular water brand in the US. I am sure it's somebody bad water they're selling here.
I feel like I know exactly which one you mean. Oh yeah, Doritos been selling here.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Witty, you're right about that.
What the chip company called? Not Biscoff.
Lay's?
No, the manufacturer of all these chips. It's not Biscoff.
Oh, no.
Not Biscoff, that's
In General Mills is
whoever these devils are, who literally selling us here every time.
I remember when we were small and you buy like Nova Conkles at one particular time.
I ram to the brim.
You got to careful how you open it up before the thing to spill out here.
You open the Doritos, you got to roll on the bag and look down. Just don't find a chip as them.
Your hand touching the bottom before you find a chip there. Because all the chips are on one side.
I'm telling you, it's expensive to be alive because a lot of these things do not make sense as them.
But I want us, is one or two things we have to do, right? It's one or two things we have to do. We either have to legislate against people being able to sell the ear, or the government got to start selling Sinkits ear. We got to start selling Sinkits ear. Bottle it up, put it in the thing. Oh,
Fresh Caribbean ear.
Fresh Caribbean ear
from
straight.
The mountains.
Sugar ear.
From the mountains of Liamigo.
From the mountains of Liamigo. Jade.
Let me market it.
Jade, no. Okay, you can market it, but I can do it.
Yeah, man.
I can sell something here. I can sell
just walking your tongue, just grabbing prison ear.
No, but that is a luxury in places like China, where the smog is so thick.
That's why I'm telling you, we're gonna walk past the prison.
I have gone in. I didn't spend any money because I just felt bad spending money to do it. But I have gone into. I don't know if you know that there's these bars that all they do is sell here. So you got to, just like how you go to the bar and drink alcohol, you go to the bar and you inhale. This is oxygen, but I know they just literally got nothing on the end of that thing. It's like the man be trying to fool me off when you're in the airplane, but if you put on that thing, the oxygen coming out. Oh please, you're just breathing random air from in the.
Random, you're playing you.
You're up in the sky. There's no tanks nowhere with no extra air.
Yeah. Random airplane.
It's just a way to calm you down. To make you think you're doing something in a situation where you actually can't, you don't have no control over what's happening.
And that is why we're going to sell some Mount Lion Mega fresh Caribbean here.
Bye.
You want to do it, too? You want to do it. Anyway, so somebody else is admitting that Team Unity fell apart or has been facing challenges
We're still trying to figure out who to blame.
since 2015.
We're still trying to figure out who to blame. All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Well, let's see who they blame him now. Well, the PM says that Team Unity faced challenges since 2015, and he accuses Mr. Mark Drip Brantley of undermining him. Yeah. So, former Team Unity partner Mark Brantley has dismissed claims that he supported another Team Unity member for the position of Prime Minister following the 2015 National Assembly elections.
Really, Mark?
Huh?
Really?
Yeah.
Like he denied?
Yeah. So you say it happened for you? Because that was the word on the street, was it?
The word on the street was that, but I think I remember him saying by his own mouth that he was the one who had questions about whether or not to go into this thing.
He said he had questions. I mean, he said that he was not supporting.
But if you have questions about moving forward, then all that wouldn't come into question about who the leader is. Maybe he's saying he just didn't support anybody. So maybe he's just saying that he just wanted to mash up. But it can't be, because here we are and it's still continuing. It's just that CCM and Pamela now.
And in 20, well, I know. Brantley on Thursday, June 30th, at one of his monthly press conferences, dismissed the claims that were made by Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris at a political rally hosted by the People's Labour Party on Tuesday, 14th June. Dr. Harris said within 24 hours of the elections of 2015, Mark Brantley tried a palace coup. Ma'am!
Palace coup.
What?
Palace coup, yeah.
He tried a palace coup to depose me as Prime Minister of this country. You think it's just happening? And I stood up to them. I, who just got them elected, must come to a meeting. They want to have discussions over the Prime Ministership. I sent back the message to them that I will be sworn in as the Prime Minister of this country because that is what you said to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis.
That's what they did, sir. But Brantley is denying that this ever happened.
Yes, he said,
Okay.
you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
When asked
Somebody's
Brantley,
lying.
somebody's lying. When asked Brantley for a comment on the allegations, and he said, I am not aware of that. I had no such indications in 2015. If you realize, I was one of the chief proponents of Team Unity. I campaigned in St. Kitts, I campaigned in Nevis, and he, Timothy Harris, was the person chosen to lead Team Unity.
Okay.
Yes. CCM was led by the time by the Honorable Vance Amory, not by me.
Big up, Vance.
Yeah. So I don't know what he's talking about in relation to that. Max, I wasn't even the leader. How am I going to do this?
But the leader,
The man said he wasn't running nothing them times.
but you ain't got to be the leader to have an issue.
The man said he wasn't running nothing them times. So how he going to, make things shake?
Man, come to the class. Come to the front of the class.
You think we should invite the manager? Again?
We should, but not to talk about this. Because let me be honest. No, I'll tell you what it is for me. This can always be hearsay, boom, boom, boom. People can always take what they want to take from what they're saying. And to me, it really...
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's more. He said Brantley, the former Foreign Affairs and Aviation Minister in the Team Unity cabinet, however, confirmed that he did not support Dr. Harris for the position of Prime Minister. Wait, let me finish. Following Team Unity's win in the June 2020 elections, Not 2015. See, I tell you, let me finish. If he were to say 2020,
Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay. So it's me was just.
yeah, I tell
Okay.
you, wait now. If he were to say 2020, I would say he's right because I said to the team unity, to the team in 2020, let us change directions, and I am not going to resign from that. I do not stand at this podium to mislead anybody. I said, let us change gears because I had already seen all the signs exhibited by Timothy Harris.
Okay. All right, Mark. I got you.
See, I tell you, just wait.
Mark said 2015. I was with you.
No,
now.
listen,
I
was on your side.
2015. Me know what you're talking about.
But 2020 no.
2020 no. Yeah.
I was afraid.
Yeah, 2020. I was on a different beat.
Yeah, man, I wanted to change directions.
Yeah.
And they study me and see what happened. Now we all fired.
As is
If I had
right.
studied me in 2020, we would not be fired.
As is his right.
You could imagine the group chat. He's just said a small message. I tell her so, you know.
Actually,
I tell her so.
Actually, the chat group between Sean and Mark must be hilarious, boy.
So yeah, oh yeah, it's only Sean and Mark. No, you got to be more people in there.
No. I'm talking about the one between them two.
Oh, you mean the personal chat?
Yeah, the personal chat. That they must be hilarious.
When they get the resignation letter.
You get one yet?
I know journal in there like, what me get a letter? So I work instead. Oh dear.
But no, the point I was making, Jade, is that we're gonna have all these. We're going to forever have these discussions about who fault it was that Team Unity didn't complete its second term, blah 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 blah. My thing they did the first term. Okay, cool. Second term come, it disbanded. Now when we start having the conversations about why that happened.
Yeah, wait, the Timothy Harris left the chat. Yo, the family was hilarious.
But yeah, hilarious.
The man, you just wake up and see
Timothy
Harris
has
has
left the
chat.
chat. But yeah, so we here at the point now where things breaking up and whatever. Of course, the reasons of why you have to tell the people.
Yeah,
right.
You should.
I think we've heard about that. We've even said here that we believe that. I believe that the messaging could have been better.
Yeah, some of them felt too personal.
Yeah, it could have been better. But for me, like I keep saying, you would want to know that we are able to elect persons that have the maturity, right, and the desire for national development.
Okay.
That would allow them to work together with peoples from different parties. The parties are there to facilitate the electoral process, right? Fielding candidates, supporting the candidacy, all of that, right? But sometimes it's like we feel that the election and winning the election is it. And so when we come to governance, we feel like we just
you just collect your points after the question and you're done.
Yeah, no, you have a reign. You have a reign now.
I have to work during my reign.
Now is when the work start.
It makes no sense that Miss Sink is doing more work than an elected member of cabinet.
But what I'm saying is, Jade, like it does feel as though what is being said sometimes, and to be fair, I've made it a point to ask all the leaders in particular that have been on the show about their willingness to work with others, and they've said that they're willing to work with persons from different aisles. Some have said who they are not willing to work with as well.
Yeah,
which is fine, and that is good to know, because when time comes to make the decision, I think all these things should play into your decision.
Indeed.
But you would want to hope that the people that we elect have the type of, like I said, maturity and desire to see the best for the country that would allow them to put their differences aside and come to consensus as it relates to the policies and the projects that the government undertakes. Now, this idea that somehow, because everybody from the same party, all of a sudden everybody just play good and thing, that is ridiculous as well.
Yeah.
But of course, you expect that, especially in cabinet, there must be differences. But you want to believe that you've elected strong individuals who are able to put their point across And so through these discussions and debates, healthy debates, you come to some consensus. So just like if we expect that among party, remember when you get in parliament, ain't no more party, party done with you.
Party done with it. It's government.
We gotta stop with the stupidness they're acting like as if the constitution don't even mention nothing in party.
Men if they realize.
Party done with is government and opposition, full stop.
They may think they realize.
Government, opposition, full stop. People
Bye.
like I to put in there, like, you're representing the people now, you ain't just representing some party. You represent all of the persons within your constituency, irregardless of what color shot they does wear.
Irregardless of what.
The same people that abuse you, you're representing them there too.
Yeah, you don't not represent them because they cuss you. No, you still got to work for them, man. You can't single them out.
Yeah, so this thing about like somehow like you seem as though we just got these big men who just go in and come up together and they got all these little personal gripes and thing. And some of y'all supporters, some of y'all need to stop it too. Because some of the supporters they make it seem as though if the politicians even admit that this person does something admirable, that all of a sudden is like some betrayal. It's some betrayal of our trust.
Not only that, if that political person, if that party, that person for that constituency does something for somebody who does not support them, let's say that you know that this person is a die-hard Labour and
Jade.
a PAM representative is there.
Jade, let's talk about real things.
And they do something for the
Let's talk
that
about real
person.
things. Unity went in, right? Somebody in your community down the road, roof off for the last 3 years. Through the,
Nothing but sunshine.
through the program, you know, we ain't talking through a national program, you know. Through a national program. They're able to one night lay down and not see the stars. And people vex because apparently they support the party that's in opposition.
Bruh,
So they must stay in there and get wet.
yeah.
We ain't talking about no favor, Jay. This is a national program.
Man, I don't understand why the see candidates doing their work.
And vex.
Like, you think because the candidate is a PAM person or a Labour person or CCM and whatever they are, they're supposed to just leave people in the wilderness because they don't support the party you support? How? They are an elected member of government. You know what the government is? Anyway, somebody wants somebody resign.
More resignations.
More resignations, boy. That must be the theme of 2022.
Resignations and firings, by.
That's this chapter win.
Right, who need to resign now?
So the NRP leader calls for the resignation of Spencer Brand over US 44 million CBI program. You just troops. Sorry.
Jade.
Listen.
Go ahead.
The construction of the new prison has sparked controversy regarding citizenship by investment projects in the Federation. Prime Minister Timothy Harris has spoke of the involvement of Honorable Spencer Brand, Public Works Minister, in the Nevis Island administration in a US 44 million CBI hotel development project on Nevis. On July 1st, the leader of the Nevis Reformation Party, Dr. Why are you laughing?
The whole thing was making me laugh.
Oh.
You realize it's Timothy who put out this, right?
Duh.
Tim didn't suggest that the man need to somehow do anything, and the man just saying, well, he's supposed to get issue too. If I talk about it, he's supposed to.
Yeah.
NRP walk out. What? That was going on over there? Resign! Resign!
We want an explanation. Hand in your resignation.
No, the explanation just wasn't good enough for them. That's all.
She said, it is a disturbing revelation, and this was I say what she say. This was in a statement to the media. Minister in the Nevis administration, Mr. Spencer Brand, as uncomfortable as he was forced to confirm his involvement in this project. Many have concluded, and I agree, that the smell of impropriety, greed and corruption pervades this project.
This gonna send me on a rant, Jade. I'm feeling it, yeah. I was trying to be zen as him this month, yeah. I know, go ahead.
and the decision surrounding it, the admission of his involvement, and the feeble attempt to put a case to the people of Nevis fell woefully short of honesty and must be rejected, as this is yet another example of propensity for impropriety. We can't use regular words, miss.
That is.
What do you,
Why you don't resign them words there?
come if it sound like I can't read it.
Some of them words need to get resigned. But
Ma'am,
anyway,
just say that you feel like the man
explanation wasn't good enough.
and he lying and he should resign because something going on and you don't like it. You gonna use all these big words in the article. You think people gonna read this?
People should though. People
They
should.
should.
People should.
However.
Yeah.
And she said, yes, for impropriety that continues to plague the CCM administration and hampers the true growth of Nevis.
This is the thing for me, Jade.
Hold on, because she said something about Mac too.
Of course.
Yeah, well, it would be remiss of her if she...
Right.
Listen,
Let's see what she said.
Dr. Dr. Daniel Hodge criticized the Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Matt Brantley, for not cautioning Mr. Brand, who, she says, sought to promote this personal benefit of a sitting minister. The facts are that for over a year, the minister requested was granted and accepted 222 shares from the federal cabinet. All of this was forced from the mouth of Minister Brand only after questions were raised by the Prime Minister. No amount of political gymnastics can erase those facts.
Let me ask you a question.
That
Right?
was a big word skip over.
Jerusalem. Anytime you say a big word, you know just say Jerusalem. Okay. This I'm not talking about the specific situation. I want to make that clear because nobody gonna say I say about this.
No, they're going to skip over this, you know, and go straight into what you say. It's okay, friend. It's okay. They're stressing you out.
I asked the question, Jade. How does one navigate being called into service by the people of your community after having been someone involved in business, for instance, with the government? Don't matter which government. The reason why this is so concerning to me, Jade, and we need to figure it out. One, we have areas where corruption is quite evident. Anybody could see that, okay, this is an issue, right? So this is not somehow suggesting that we don't have issues with corruption and need to address them. That's not what this is. But what I do believe that happens in some of these situations is that we focus on these things as we try to undermine persons, right? And sometimes what happens is we lose sight of the big picture as it relates to corruption. So we go and we're trying to undermine this person, so we go bam, 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 and we ain't talking about all the things that exist for years and 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 years. Right? Now, why this is so concerning to me as well, there's always a call for representation. We want representation from young people. Let's start there. We want to see young people in parliament and in government. Well, tell me, who gonna take up their young self, ain't even got no money in the bank, ain't build nothing yet, working for government, take up their self-talk, but they're running for politics. When you lose, then what happened to you? Let me tell you what has happened to the man them who does run politics and lose. They go and become journalists for the party paper. That's what they just do. Like people like
They call it.
no,
Wow.
but we got to be honest,
Don't
Jade.
that, Jade. Don't
But we
say
have to be
that.
honest, Jade. Because we know, Jade, you go into politics, there's a chance you might not win.
That's how it works.
There's a chance you might not win. But then what happens is, if you are not successful in your bid, then what? Then
I'm to you next.
what's next for you? When we start talking about the fact that we always had lawyers, we always had doctors being the ones who run. You know why those are the ones who run? Because if they lose, they still have they have a business that they could fall back on. Now we start seeing now you have other people who are somehow entrepreneurs in other fields, whether it's engineering, whether it is in whatever it is, Jade. Different walks of life, farming, right? People involved in farming, people involved in engineering, people have their own construction companies, people have their transportation businesses, right? Who are able to position themselves in a point where, hey, if I am not successful, then I don't have to go and become a journalist at the Labour spokesman or the Democrat. Let's be honest, Jade. So
No,
why
I'm
this?
just
So why this applies to what we're talking about? Because here we are, Jade. I ask the question because I keep hearing about this. Let's say, right? Let's say I, for instance, have a company that I have managed to build to a place where I have some level of success, and the business is strong and firm, and so I've set it up in a way where, hey, this is how I intend to make my money for years to come. The business is big, it's strong, and because of that, I said, well, hey, now I feel like I've done enough where I could, if called upon by my community, put my hat in the ring for national service in this particular way. But I have some government contracts. Okay. So for instance, I might have a contract to service the government vehicles. Let's say I have a mechanic business. So I'm a big mechanic in my community. I service all the government vehicles. What's supposed to happen now? I get elected and I'm supposed to just give up so about all the people who working for me who fixing the car them?
No, that ain't important.
So but I'm saying these are the kind of things we need to discuss.
No, we should. But I'm telling you that they're not important.
Because then they say, oh, the government paying him. How is he? He a parliamentarian and making all this money from the government. The government paying him. The government gave him a big contract last year. No, it's the same contract I had before coming. But had I not had those contracts, I wouldn't be here. Because y'all want people to come take up themselves to go put themselves up for politics. And I commend them people, you know. Don't feel like I listen them, you know. I commend them people who were called, who put themselves in that position. I might not have been financially secure them, let's say, they perhaps should have been. Saying that this to them, coming on you. But when we start talking about we want young people to run, and so we have to talk about the reality, Jade. You better make sure that you got yourself organized before you go run.
Better go all them ducks in a row.
Because if you lose, it is not pretty.
Salt.
If you lose, you're not pretty. It's not pretty.
Facts.
So what it is that we want?
We want to be outraged by everything.
Everything you just...
Anyway, quickly, let's move on.
And then we start talking about all the people who we got running. It's the same people over and over. How we going to get new people?
Duh.
How we going to get new people? Where them come from?
Don't even go down that word because, you can trigger somebody on the live. I can hear the dial tone already. So, let's talk about men's health quickly. Caribbean men were in on vasectomies.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I better, I better. Since the
Better what waiting? Oh. What are you saying? They better get in?
That's all. If women can have any type of control over their productive systems, and men can, might as well men do what they should or could. Children ain't cheap, They might look so, but children ain't cheap, man. So, vasectomy is a minor surgery to block sperm from reaching the semen that is ejaculated from the penis. Health officials say it's one of the most effective methods of birth control. One of the most. You hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Listen to you.
While semen will still exist after the procedure, there will be no sperm in it. In the United States, roughly 500,000 men have vasectomies every year. Good for them. We reached out to a few Caribbean men to get their thoughts on the procedure. Lord. Here's some of what they had to say. Let me see if they reach out to any Kittian person first before I read all the others. Nope. Okay. So let's start with somebody from Antigua and Barbuda.
Okay, cousins, yeah.
I know this would be funny, you know. Somebody said, well, they're from Antigua. He said, vasectomy? No, ma'am. You ever seen the show Botched? Do you know what it is to get botched down? I am not risking it. If she don't want to get children, then she will do what she have to do because, sir, it is illegal to do what she has to do. Do you not follow the news?
Maybe what he mean by she do what she got to do. Maybe he mean celibacy.
Or don't ducks. Okay. That works. That works.
Oh boy.
So Joe from Dominica, he said the Bible said be fruitful and multiply. So just so I going to disobey that then? Listen, please fix it. You see the men that we got to deal with? If any woman I jam in get pregnant,
Where this person from? Guyana?
Dominica,
So Dominica, yeah, sure.
we will deal with it because I am not having no vasectomy and she's not taking no birth control. These things are not good.
What?
I'm glad this man that acts, you know. I'm glad this man that acts. You see how the man them are out here. Anyway. Nathaniel from Grenada. I not doing that. That's his quote.
Full stop.
Full stop. No exclamation actually.
Well, see, but this is my thing, Jade. I don't have a problem with any of these positions, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no problem with any of these positions. My thing is that thank God that you have the choice whether to or not to. So why do you want to take the choice away from other people to do what they want to do with their bodies? What
How
if
come men got a choice but women don't? What year are we in? What year this as him?
2020?
Can be.
Oh.
There's got to be 1226, 1538, 1703. This can be good 2022. Where we're supposed to be progressive and forward thinking.
Jade, this is my thing.
Man,
though.
no, I want with this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me see. Raymond from the Grenadine, he's living in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I was 20 years old when my son was born. The year he turned 5, his mother and I broke up, and she made it very difficult for me to see him. As much as I love my son, that experience hurt me. I got very turned off and bitter. I will not go through that again. Relationships start off nice and sweet. You think it will last forever, and then it doesn't. And then the children have to suffer or the man suffers. So yeah, that's why I had a vasectomy. And I had no regrets at all. The actual procedure wasn't at all what I expected. There was no pain and just a few days discomfort afterwards. It's been years and everything still works quite well, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
Yeah, man, the man say things, he thinks thinking. Sorry, I don't.
I think these conversations are necessary, right? Of
Yes.
course. I think, of course, the fact that you have the choice as to what to do with your body, that is something I hope is forever maintained amongst men. And, of course, I would hope that that is something that women have protected as well, right? But I do believe when we start having the conversations about family planning, parenthood, I think those conversations as well need to happen more. I don't see enough conversations about what is the responsibility for you as a parent. What are some of the programs that are available for you as a parent? And this has nothing to do with if you're struggling or not struggling. What about relationship counseling? How, like, having children put a strain on relationships. How do new couples deal with that? How they navigate that? How recognizing that your situation is not unique. Everybody, like, there are a lot of people dealing with similar situations, support groups, these kind of things. People ain't going to read no book on parenting written by some white guy who ain't got no children in Nova Scotia. You understand? So those conversations, I think, are missing when we start talking about to have or not to have. You understand? I think a lot of us aren't as prepared as we could be. Now, of course, it's a new experience, so yeah, and every situation would have some differences. But then we start talking about even how do you deal with having children with special needs and stuff like that. These things become difficult.
Yeah,
but we
just
don't.
get children, man.
Yeah, so I think that is where the conversation needs to happen. So when we start talking about whether or not to have children, right? Or who should be able to have or who should be able to not have, right? Or how do we deal with these things? I think part of the discussion and part of the decision must be, are you prepared for the responsibility,
Yeah, man.
right?
Again, children ain't
And
cheap,
prepared
you know.
and prepared a lot of times, unfortunately, and this is something that I think leads a lot of us wrong. When we start talking about preparedness, it cannot just be if you have a R-rate enough job.
If you have money.
And I think that is kind of like where a lot of these conversations start and where they end.
Can you afford it?
And the thing is, you don't know if you can afford it. Because
You
you
don't know
don't
what
know,
gonna
you don't know, and you don't know the cost, you don't know what's going to happen with you. As a matter of fact, you'd have people having conversations between them and their significant other, right? And you would hear women say things like, well, whether or not you stay going, I know you're going to be good. And it's like, when we're starting at that place,
You're done never gonna end.
that's a dark place to start a conversation, you know.
Especially about kids.
That's a dark place to start the conversation. Because automatically you're already highlighting the fact that there's a possibility of that youths, like, of a situation where the father or perhaps even the mother is not present for the child simply because you cool with it.
Yeah.
Simply because, well, may really care what you do.
If you in my child life or not. I mean, I feel like the child should have some type of say in this. But you know, me ain't bothered. If you want to live my life and my child's life.
Because of my present employment situation, well, I don't care about nothing else.
Yeah, that ain't it.
And a lot of times I start thinking to myself, well, what about your maturity? What about your patience? What about, do you understand what the role is?
Well, a lot of people don't understand how much patience and understanding you have to use when it comes to kids, you know.
I had this conversation with somebody this weekend, right?
Kids would test your faith just because, you know.
Jade, let me tell you something. I had this conversation, and a lot of times we just talk about it. And let me say this first. I don't know what everybody's home situation is, right? Some people may just have a type of support system that allow them to behave a certain way, right? But I'm talking to a friend of mine just this weekend, Jade, and he points out, he said, and because we work at a lot of events, we see a lot of the people that go to events. So the man said, but you realize every time we walk in, this one girl that's there, always at the front. She had actually like 3 months ago. So he's saying, well, yeah, and that is wild to me, but at the same time, I don't know what her home situation is. Right? I don't know what support she has, I don't know. But what I did say is, for me, personally, I wouldn't have felt good about that if I was the child's dad.
Yeah.
Right? No, the child's dad could be the one home who chilling with the child. The child, well, she go out and party every weekend. And that might be what the arrangement is. So for them is cool, but I'm saying for me, that is wild. But I ain't judge, 'cause I don't know. What I'm saying is, sometimes what happens is that parents don't even recognize that once this responsibility comes about, that there has to be some changes to your life. There has to be some changes. There just must. But you're holding on to what was there before, and sometimes at the expense of the child, and that is when it becomes crazy. That's when it becomes crazy. Now, it might not be the case for everybody, so again, I don't know what people's situation is. But I don't know. I don't think people recognize that changes have to happen and sacrifices must be made. You know, have a responsibility. People don't even understand what the responsibility means.
They just think it's okay to just continue to living life like you were before you didn't have this little person depending on you.
So let's add some depth to the conversation about parenting, pregnancy, family planning. We need to add some depth. Like you can't just be running around telling children wear a condom. Like I remember when I was teaching, and we have to end now. But I remember when I was teaching, I was talking to a student, and there was a bunch of them there talking, and one of them in particular was there talking about, of course, they're going on with this little machismo, male bravado nonsense about girl this and girl that and any girl and thing, and I just like, so when they die down, I say, Boss, let me ask you a question. You realize every single woman that allows you to get close to them has the chance to be in your life forever? I say, man, like, what you mean talking about? I mean, like, people don't stay together forever, you'll be young, yeah. I said, then why you talking about it, brother?
A lot of y'all shouldn't be having sex, you know.
I said, bro, think about it, bro. Like, whether it is a child, whether it is a disease, this person could, whether it is even emotionally, this person has the propensity to impact your life forever. To not only impact your life, but to be in it forever. I said, let me ask you a question. Think about several of the women who you were just talking about. I say, how many of them you would want to have to deal with for the rest of your life? You say, but I never look at it that way. Yeah.
Then you probably shouldn't be having sex.
But part of the issue I have, Jade, is when we start having this conversation with kids, that's not the way we have the conversation. One day we have the conversation is, oh, you ain't gonna bring a grandchild here for me to mind, you got money to talk, but you got child. See what I'm saying? That's the way the conversations are framed. So then we come up with this thing and then, so what the thing is, oh, well, use condoms, or well, go on birth control. If you want a child, get a vasectomy. Like, I don't even think you should be having this conversation with a child. For instance, you're 19, 20, 21. You're considering a vasectomy?
All right. Well, I was actually
it's
going
difficult. Those are difficult conversations to have, especially if you have not been thinking about this particular topic with any depth.
No, not at all.
So, anyway.
But,
Jill, we gotta go.
we gotta go.
We gotta leave. We gotta go. We gotta do some back. Of course, we gotta disappear, guys. It's been an amazing Monday morning. It's the start of a new week, guys. So of course, I'm wishing you guys safety. I'm wishing you guys a productive week. I'm hoping. Yeah, think the bell gonna ring this week? The bell gonna ring this week, Jade.
Okay.
But
We last week, though.
No, but one particular party said they ring the bell this week.
That's not how ring bell works. And they know that. You can't just decide you ring the bell or you don't ring it. Okay? So.
But yeah, guys.
And it feels like you want to take it up and ring it yourself because the powers that be are taking their sweet time. However, that's not how it works.
But guys, it's been amazing hanging out with you this morning. Thanks to everybody that would have called in, everybody that would have been a guest on the show this morning. And of course, all you guys who are on the live in the chat room. Whether you checked us out on YouTube, Facebook, winmediascan.com, or any of the other digital platforms, appreciate your support. Remember to like, share, comment, and just let people know that Island Tea is the place to be.
Indeed.
And of course, one of the things I keep hearing from people is, just be on when I'm working. That is why it lives online.
It is literally on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter for y'all people who know what that is.
Yeah, so
And Twitch for the youngins. It's all over.
it's all over. So
It's also on the website.
if
You
unfortunately,
can't miss it.
yeah, so unfortunately, if you have to work while we're live, you could always go and check it out afterwards. So make sure you share it with your friends who might be working. Let them know that, you can sip your tea even if you sip it a little late.
Indeed.
But guys, of course, guys, remember to learn from the losses of others. You don't have to go make the same mistakes. You don't have to go make the same mistakes.
You don't.
Guys, of course, also, please spend more time living your content than posting it. I remember you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. We're going to see
Indeed.
you guys tomorrow.